Race and ethnicity are often used interchangeably, but they represent distinct concepts. Race refers to physical characteristics such as skin color, hair texture, and facial features. These characteristics have been used to categorize people into arbitrary groups, often with profound social consequences. Ethnicity, on the other hand, encompasses cultural factors like nationality, language, religion, and shared traditions. It is crucial to acknowledge that both race and ethnicity are social constructs, meaning they are not biologically determined, but rather created and maintained by society. These classifications vary across cultures and time periods, highlighting their fluidity and lack of a fixed biological basis. Understanding the distinction between race and ethnicity is paramount in comprehending the complexities of identity. These concepts are deeply intertwined, shaping individuals' sense of self and their experiences in the world. The social construction of identity underscores the profound influence of societal forces in shaping individuals' sense of self. Race and ethnicity are not merely personal attributes. They are powerful social categories imbued with meaning and value by the dominant culture. This process of social construction is often arbitrary and laden with power dynamics, leading to the privileging of certain groups over others. From a young age, individuals are socialized into a world where race and ethnicity hold significance. Messages conveyed through family, peers, media, and institutions shape perceptions of oneself and others. These messages can reinforce stereotypes, prejudices, and discriminatory practices, contributing to systemic inequalities. The social construction of identity has far-reaching implications, impacting individuals' opportunities, life chances, and overall well-being. It is essential to critically examine these social constructs and challenge systems of oppression that perpetuate inequality.
Dr. William Cross's nigrescence model provides a framework for understanding the psychological development of Black identity. This model, also known as the Racial Identity Attitude Scale, outlines stages individuals may progress through as they grapple with their racial identity in a society marked by racism and discrimination. The first stage, pre-encounter, is characterized by a lack of awareness or a denial of the significance of race. Individuals in this stage may internalize negative societal messages about Blackness and strive to assimilate into the dominant white culture. The encounter stage marks a turning point, often triggered by an experience of racism or discrimination, leading to an awakening of racial consciousness. Immersion represents a period of intense exploration of Black identity, accompanied by a rejection of white cultural norms. Individuals in this stage may immerse themselves in Black culture, seeking out information and experiences that affirm their Blackness. Internalization, the final stage, signifies a sense of security and acceptance of one's Black identity. Dr. Cross's model underscores the dynamic and fluid nature of racial identity development. It highlights the impact of societal racism on Black individuals' sense of self and provides a roadmap for understanding the complexities of navigating Blackness in a society stratified by race.
Dr. Janet Helms's White Racial Identity Development Model offers a critical lens through which to examine the psychological development of white individuals in the context of racial privilege. This model posits that white individuals undergo a process of understanding their own racial identity, moving from a place of unexamined privilege to a more conscious and anti-racist stance. The initial stage, contact, is characterized by a lack of awareness of racial privilege and a tendency to view racism as individual acts rather than systemic oppression. Disintegration follows, marked by discomfort and guilt as individuals begin to confront their own biases and the reality of racism. Reintegration represents a retreat to the comfort of white superiority, often accompanied by defensiveness and denial. Pseudo-contact marks a superficial attempt to address racism, often through tokenistic gestures or colorblind ideologies. Immersion signifies a deeper engagement with racial issues, characterized by active listening, learning, and a willingness to challenge one's own privilege. The final stage, autonomy, represents an internalization of anti-racist values and a commitment to dismantling systems of oppression. Dr. Helms's model challenges white individuals to confront their complicity in perpetuating racism and provides a framework for developing a more equitable and just society.
Embracing ethnic identity, Dr. Jean Finney's perspective.
My multi-group ethnic identity measure provides a valuable framework for understanding ethnic identity development, particularly among individuals from minority groups. This model highlights the dynamic process of exploring, questioning, and ultimately embracing one's ethnic heritage.
The first stage, unexamined ethnic identity, is characterized by a lack of exploration of one's ethnicity. Individuals in this stage may passively accept the values and beliefs of the dominant culture.
Ethnic identity search marks a period of active exploration, often triggered by an experience that highlights one's ethnicity. Individuals in this stage may engage in cultural activities, seek out information about their heritage, and connect with others from their ethnic group.
Achieved ethnic identity represents a sense of clarity, confidence, and pride in one's ethnic identity. Individuals in this stage have integrated their ethnicity into their overall sense of self and view it as a source of strength and resilience.
My model emphasizes the importance of ethnic identity as a protective factor, fostering a sense of belonging, self-esteem, and resilience in the face of adversity.
Multiracial Identity Insights from Dr. Kevin Nadal. My work on multiracial identity sheds light on the unique experiences of individuals who navigate multiple racial and ethnic backgrounds.
His research highlights the challenges and opportunities inherent in developing a sense of belonging and wholeness when one's identity transcends traditional racial categories.
Multiracial individuals often face pressure to conform to a single racial or ethnic category, experiencing a sense of invisibility or feeling like they don't fully belong to any one group. They may encounter microaggressions, prejudice, and discrimination from both within and outside their own racial and ethnic communities.
Dr. Nadal emphasizes the importance of recognizing and affirming the fluidity and complexity of multiracial identity.
I advocate for spaces that celebrate multiracial individuals' unique experiences and allow them to embrace the fullness of their heritage.
The psychological impact of identity development. The process of identity development has profound psychological implications, shaping individuals' sense of self, their relationships with others, and their overall well-being. A strong and positive sense of identity is crucial for mental health and success, providing a foundation for navigating life's challenges and opportunities. When individuals feel a sense of belonging and acceptance for who they are more likely to experience higher levels of self-esteem, resilience, and overall life satisfaction. They are better equipped to cope with stress, adversity, and discrimination, drawing strength from their identities. Conversely, when individuals face identity-based challenges, such as prejudice, discrimination, or a lack of representation, it can negatively impact their mental health and well-being. These experiences can lead to feelings of isolation, shame, anxiety, depression, and a diminished sense of self-worth. Institutional influences on identity formation. Institutions play a pivotal role in shaping individuals' identity development, either supporting or hindering their journeys of self-discovery and acceptance. Educational institutions, government policies, media representations, and religious organizations all contribute to the social construction of identity and influence individuals' sense of self. Institutions that promote diversity, equity, and inclusion create environments where individuals from all backgrounds feel valued, respected, and empowered to embrace their identities. They provide access to culturally relevant curricula, diverse role models, and opportunities for cross-cultural dialogue and understanding. Conversely, institutions that perpetuate prejudice, discrimination, and systemic inequalities can have a detrimental impact on individuals' identity development. They can reinforce negative stereotypes, limit opportunities, and create barriers to success for marginalized groups. Fostering positive identity. A call to action. Promoting positive identity development is an ongoing process that requires a multifaceted approach, addressing individual, interpersonal, and systemic levels of change. Embrace self-reflection. Engage in critical self-reflection about your own identities and the ways in which your social positionality shapes your experiences and perspectives. Educate yourself about different cultures, challenge your own biases, and actively seek out diverse perspectives. Create inclusive environments. Foster inclusive environments in your homes, schools, workplaces, and communities where individuals from all backgrounds feel a sense of belonging and acceptance. Promote open dialogue, active listening, and empathy. Advocate for systemic change. Challenge and dismantle systems of oppression that perpetuate inequalities based on race, ethnicity, and other social identities. Support policies and initiatives that promote diversity, equity, and inclusion at all levels of society. By working together to create a more just and equitable world, we can empower individuals to embrace the fullness of their identities and reach their full potential.